Good evening, everyone. Please scan the QR code and do the event check-in. This will give you access to additional resources and information about events that we are running on Reactor, which are around similar topics to today's session. Also, you will be able to access links to today's session. I will share the event check-in link and the QR code again with the event ID in the Q&A section shortly. You need to enter the event ID, which is displayed on the screen after scanning the QR code. Please do keep an eye on the chat section for further details. Next slide, please. Thank you all again for joining us today. My name is Rashmita, and I'm the event planner for Microsoft Reactor. This session will run over the next 60 minutes, including Q&A. The session is being recorded and will be made available to watch on demand on Microsoft Reactor YouTube channel. I will share the link to our YouTube channel in the chat section soon. Today we are back with the Excel Scaling Series Part 2. In case if you have missed out the first session, please visit our Reactor YouTube channel to watch the recorded session. Next slide, please. Quick word on a code of conduct. We display this at all Microsoft Reactor events that we run, and it is just a reminder to be aware of others. The key thing to take out here is to be respectful of other people's views, understanding of differences, being kind and considerate in the way you engage. The chat will be open throughout, and we do encourage you all to participate. Next slide, please. I would now like to welcome Pankaj, our speaker for today's session. Pankaj is the founder of CtoB Solutions Pvt Ltd. He is a Microsoft certified trainer, Excel expert, and certified Six Sigma professional with over 12 years of experience in telecommunication and BPO sector. But for now, I will hand over to Pankaj to begin the session. Over to you, Pankaj.
Thank you, Rashmita. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Once again, welcome to the session. Let me quickly close all the tabs I've opened here. So today's session is about get charted with charts. So in this session, we will focus on designing some modern chart, which you can see on the screen right now. We will try to see how we can convert our basic Excel charts into much more infographical and advanced and modern chart, and how we can utilize this capability and then make our dashboard or data presentation much more visually appealing. So we will see the technique and tweaks about converting the basic charts to these modern infographical charts. So let me quickly start the session. Just allow me one moment to see if we have yes. OK, so today what we are going to cover several modern and infographical chart here. One will be the moving target chart, then week-wise daily chart, stopwatch chart, infographic bar chart, modern spiral chart, and if the time will permit after that, then I'll cover one gender chart, which is a bonus, but totally depend on if we have some time left, then we'll cover the last chart. So let me quickly start with our first chart of the day. So a lot of the time we have the requirement where we have some data point we want to show in a chart. So let's say I have this data point for 12 months. This is the sales numbers or the sales amount for each month by a company. And if I will go and plot a bar chart on this data point, it'll look simple like this. And I have a couple of options from here which I can select to make it and give it some more design, some predefined design and styles. But can we do something else with it? Can we tweak it as per our requirement? So definitely today I'm going to take you that how using some techniques you can tweak the charts and make it more lucrative, look more interactive in nature. So here what I will do is so this is the sales number, month-wise sales number for a company. Then they also have a sales target. So let's say sales target is $850. They have to make at least $850 of sales every month. So in that, what is happening is I want to create a chart. That chart should have a conditional formatting that if the sales is above the target, then the bar should be green. If it is below the red, And I should also be able to see the target line, and that target line can be moving. It can be 850, 900, 1000 or anything. So let's see how we are going to do this. For that session, the color we are going to use these red and green, the color code, HTML color code are mentioned here. I have already shared this practice workbook with you guys on WhatsApp group, so you can actually do this practice alongside me. So let's start. So for that, what we will do is we have this Feb, March month data with us and the sales number. We will now add one more column into it, and in that column, and the formula is if formula. So if my sales number is greater than and equal to my target, then display the sales number. Otherwise, display the NA. So the NA function is NA open bracket close bracket. That function actually return us an error. So if I apply NA function anywhere in the cell, it return as the error. So why we are using NA is because if I'll drag this formula here. Now what will happen is if my sales value is greater than the target, then I will have that sales value. Otherwise I will have error. And when you have any error in the cell, that cell does not get drafted or plotted in the chart. So we will skip those particular columns. Now I will utilize this data and I will go ahead and I just simply plot one chart here. Now you can see in each month, wherever like in January, my sales was greater than the target. So I have both the bar, blue and orange. In Feb, I only my sales data is less than the target. Then I only have sales one column, which is blue. So what I will do, let me just increase a size a little bit so it can be visible to you guys. First of all, I'm going to remove all the additional things. So I don't need grid lines. I don't need chart titles, or I also don't need the legend. Then I'll select on the bar. I'll go to the format data series. In this, so this option is called series overlap. So if you drag it towards the minus, then there will be the gap between the series. If you drag it toward the positive, then the series will overlap one over the another. So as of now, we will keep it little separated. And this is gap width. This increase the gap, how much gap width should be between the columns. So we are going to take, let's say, keep it as of now 20%. Now we will give some colors. So what I want is that this blue is something which is the actual sales data here, which should be visible to everyone. So I'm gonna keep this as a red color. So for that, I have already given the HTML color code. So you can just copy the HTML color code. Then you can select this bar, the blue series, go to format data series, and in that more colors, and done. So I've got this red. Now for orange, I'm going to select the second color set. So I'll select the orange series. I'll repeat the same process. Go to color, more color, and done. So now I've got green and orange, and it's looking very confusing to you why we have double the series and all this. So but it'll make sense in some time. So now when I will overlap the series, so now see slowly I'm trying to overlap, and as when I reach 100%, now my series is overlapped. And now because of this, what is happening is all these sales column, they are in red, so they are in the background, and all these columns which were above the target line are green and they are in the forward. So now it is looking like that only those bars which met the target, which means which is in this column, they are visible in the green. Rest all are in red. So if I change this, I say 900, then see all which below 900 they are there, and all which is above 900 they are in green. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll try to add a target line in this, which can be a moving target line. So for that, what I can do is I'll simply right click. I'll go to I'll select my chart, and then I'll go to select data. In the select data, I will go to add. I will add one more series here. Series name, let's say I'll give target, and in the value I'll select this 900. Click OK. When I did that, you see one gray bar has been added here because it's series. It's only one value, which is 900. So that's why if there would have been more than one value, I would have got more bars here, but it's only one, so it's OK. Now what I will do, I'll go ahead and I'll say change series chart type. And in this, we change the target to scattered. So now instead of bar, it will become one tiny dot here. Okay. Now next thing we will do, we'll select this dot and I will go to chart design on the ribbon tab. I'll go to quick element and I'll say error bar. Error bar help us create the bar around our pointers. So I'll go to more error bar options. So as soon as I'll go there, I can select, if I go there, I can select the vertical error bar or horizontal. So as of now, we have to work on the horizontal error bar. So in this, it asks you the error amount, whether you can have a fixed value, percentage, standard deviation, standard error. We will go with custom. Why? Because we have 12 records here from Jan to December. So we are going to go n-1. So we will say positive value 12 and negative value 0. Click OK. So when I'll do this, there is one line has been drafted and it's a dot here still. So what I will do is I'll select this dot. I'll go to marker option and it's a marker. So I'll say none. Now there is no marker in that. And now I can just select this line. I'll say solid line, maybe black color, 2 point, and I'll use this as a dash line. And one last thing is I'll go to the line of border of the chart and I'll say solid line, maybe gray color, maybe 1.5 width and double line. And now I've got a chart here where I can see. So if I'll see, I'll change the target to 800. Target line has been changed to 800. All the bar above target line is green. All the bar below target line is red. If I'll change this to 1000, then all the bar above 1000 is green, all the bar below 1000 is red. So that's how you can create a conditional chart for your presentation, where you can simply show in the chart itself the conditional formatting that okay, whether it's meeting target or not, what is your target line, and simply this line will can help you. In this, if you want, you also can adjust and you can go one step beyond. So you can click on the developer tab. If you don't have developer tab enabled, you can right click on any tab in the ribbon and go to customize the ribbon. And in that you can check on the developer tab. So if it is unchecked, just check, click OK. In the developer tab, you can go to the controls. In the control, go to insert, you have form controls. Form controls are the VBA control which you can use without coding on Excel worksheet. So I'm going to take a scroll bar and I will just draw the scroll bar here. A scroll bar help us giving us the incremental numbering in a cell. So I will say 1 and my upper limit is of the sales data is 1200. So I'll give 1200. I'll say increment per change is let's say 10 and for page 100. I'll link the cell to this. Click OK. And now when then I do this, now you see using scroll bar, I can actually increase my target every time. So just by clicking it till here, target is 701. So now you can adjust your target accordingly. OK, so this is about the first chart where we can show the conditional, conditional bars, conditional colors in the chart with moving target. Now I'll move to jump on the another chart, the next chart, which is week-wise daily chart. So what is this week-wise daily chart is? In this chart, what happens is most of the time we have this requirement where we have our daily data, but our team leader, our managers, our operations heads and all, they also ask us week-wise data that okay, what are the weekly numbers? So daily numbers are good, but what are the weekly numbers? So in that scenario, this chart comes very helpful, which can represent weekly and daily data in the same chart and a very nice format, very nice looking. So let's say I have this data, I have these employees and that's their sales number of some product. And these are their daily number from Monday to Friday. And this is the total, which is weekly. So this is the weekly number from Monday to Friday and this is the sum. So what I'll do, I'll add one additional column here saying blank. And in this blank, I will just take 0. So why we need 0? 0 will become our bottom line and this total will become our upper line. So that's the only additional thing we will do it. And now we will use this entire data. We'll go to and we will insert a chart here. So now see, I have got a chart for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, total and blank. But this is not the way I want it. I want this each ladder is each header is for each person. For that, what I will do, I will go to chart design and then I will go switch row and column. When I'll do this, now I have data segregation for the each employee, Miller, Alston, Smith, Brian and Barton, and I have their chart. So I have their Monday, Tuesday, Thursday till Friday and this. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll start gonna. Okay, so now you can see this green bar, which is the highest bar, that is total. And then after that, there's another bar, which is zero, which is not visible at all because it's a zero, the blank which we used. So what I will do is I'll click on this, I'll right click and I say chart, change series chart type. So in this, I'm gonna change two header series like total and blank. Instead of bar, I will say I need a line and click OK. Now what happen is rest Monday to Friday are bars, but the total, which is week, and the bottom, which is zero, they become the line. So now there is a coordination. So these two are and now they are related. So in the line, what you can do is you can use a column. So again, go to chart design, then add chart element, and there is a section called error bar. So just a second, sorry, let me first select the line here. Yeah, we will go to add chart element and then we will go to up down bar. The up down bar is what they do is they draw the bar between the highest line and the lowest line. So highest line obviously is the total weekly, lowest is the zero. So when I click on this, and after that I will open this format data series, and now gap width I will use. So when I'll reduce the gap width, you see the bars are increasing. So I'm gonna keep it to 20%. So what is happening now? My day wise bar are there, but they are hidden behind these bar, which is covering for one pointer for a week. I don't need this line anymore, so I'm gonna say no line. Come back to this fill section and say no line. Same with I'm gonna select here the bottom blank and I'll say no line. For this, now coming back to down bar option. So the bar option, I'll say I need a gradient color. And when I say gradient color, I will select this color gray and it's radial. It's 3-point gradient. So I will remove this. I'll select it and simply click on this cross button. So now only two gradients I have here. Instead of gray color, I can choose any of the color. Like I have selected this. I want to have this color here. So I'll take this. Coming back here, select one pointer, go to more color. You can choose any color of your choice, whatever you want. Secondary color, I will select as in white, because no matter what color we are saying, we are anyhow going to reduce the transparency. And then third thing is no lines. So right now, if you see there are line, but if I'll remove no lines, they look very nice covered gradient fill on my daily bar charts. And now next is I'll click on this dots and I'll say add data pointer, and then I'll have to select. So when again you will click, you can say change data label shape. So maybe I'll go ahead with this shape and then select data label, format data label. And in that it asks you that what you want to show. So I'll give value I want to show and I'm going to show it above. When you click on above, they look like this. And you also can give it some nice fill to it. So I'm going to use the same color, or maybe yeah, sorry, I'm gonna use the same color fill here and no line. Let's control B, so now it will be bold. I'll remove the chart title. I'll remove so in data label now I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, total and blank. I want to remove this total blank, so I'll just click again on only on total and then again click only on blank and remove both of them. Then grid line, I as of now I'll remove the wait a second legend. I will gonna keep it that to bottom. Sorry for this. Again remove total. Again remove blank. And yeah, grid line. I want the grid lines. I want primary major grid lines and primary minor vertical. So sorry. And this major grid line, I can go ahead solid color. I can select any color. I can increase the width. And I think that is all. Don't want to do anything much more apart from one last thing, which is giving a rounded corner to your chart. And then that is how you can create a very nice fancy week wise chart. One last thing, if you want to do it, you can just go to format chart and then start selecting one by one series. So click on this chart option, you select series Monday and then you can add data point. Then you can go ahead, add data point. And you will also get your day wise numbers here. So this is how you can use a week wise daily chart. In this, these are the week wise trending and number, and inside each bar you can see their daily performance. So you can use this for week wise daily also. You can use for group also, like for example this is team leader wise performance, and inside that each team leader there it's their agent's performance, or maybe it's a process wise performance, but inside each process their sub process wise performance. So everywhere this concept can fit in, so you can utilize this nice and easy. Okay, hopefully you like this one. So now what we'll do, we'll move on to the next chart, which is stopwatch chart. So stopwatch chart is the part of my infographical chart series. So what we call infographical is where we take our normal charts and we combine it with some kind of graphics, image, and we make them an infographic, so which look more cooler compared to a normal chart. So for an example, right now I have this data for Microsoft platform, which is Excel, Word, and Outlook, and then user percent, how many percent user use these things out of all the people who have installed the entire MS Office pack. So I have these numbers. The maximum what I can do is I can go ahead and I can draw chart on this, or maybe a pie chart on this, and it will look like this. But instead of this, we will use some creativity here and we will try to create a chart which will look like these stopwatches. So see how you can do it. So for your convenience, in the practice workbook which I've shared, I've already created one stopwatch outlet and that you can directly use, but you can simply create these kind of things. So for example, how I created this outlet is I went ahead and I use a square. I go to format shape. I say I don't need any fill and gradient solid line. I need a gray color and then I say 5. Done. Just a second. Just let me put this image for reference. Okay. And then second thing which I did again, I went to the shape. I used this shape here and then I took another shape straight and something like this. I actually aligned both of them to the center and I said I don't need any line and fill color. I need a same gray color and group both of these and I just put it on the top. I'll just copy it, reduce the size a little bit. I'll just rotate it, put it here and rotate it again to put this side. Take this small circle, make it small and yeah, and put it on this. One more circle I'll just take like this and put in the center. In this I'll say solid fill. I need this and line I need white color and 2 point. And at then group each one of them and then you will have this particular shape which you can use anywhere. So that's how you can create this. So I'm gonna just remove this. Now the next thing what I will do is first of all I'm gonna take a blank canvas, which is a nice study platform for me like this. And I'm gonna say okay, white color, solid line, gray color. Done. Here we have the data for Excel, Word and Outlook, the percent ratios. I'll again create one blank and then I'll say 1 minus. So I will get the remaining and I'll select these two. I'll go to this chart, insert chart, and I'll use simple pie chart here. In this pie chart, it's very easy thing. So I'll remove the chart and the legend. I don't need anything apart from these things. So that's done. And I'll also say no fill and no background. So now I've got this. I'll just reduce the size a little bit. And in this chart, what I will have to do is I have to see 60% is filled, 60% is used, and rest 35% is not. So first of all, I'll select this. I'll go to my format data series. Instead, I say no lines. Then I'll again click one more time on this orange piece, which is 35, and I say no fill. So right now I'm left with this filled percent. I'm gonna use three color scheme here is green, red, and this bluish. So this is the color I will use for first one. And let's say I'm gonna go ahead and I'll say more controls. Done. I've got the green one. I'll put it here. One chart. I'm gonna copy this chart again, put it here. I'm gonna copy this chart and put it again. Second chart, I will change their data, just drag it so that it will become for the second one, and third one for Outlook. And this time I'll just select this color code here. You can, as again I'm saying, you can choose any color, whatever you want. I like these colors, so I just kept it here for the more visual appealing purposes. And you can choose red, amber, green also, black, white, and gray also, totally up to your choice. And then I'm gonna just change. Done. So once this is done, the last thing is only remaining thing, which is align this image on the top of this. So I'll have to right click and bring to front so that my image is front. So sorry about that. So I'm gonna keep it here. Reduce the size of the image so that it can fit. And one chart is done. Second is just copying this, put it here. This, put it here. Again, align the images. So if I want, I can take the reference from this chart design format 4.9 and 4.9. Now just done the last thing, I'm gonna draw one text box. I'll say no fill, no line, and I'll link that text box to the 74. And I'll give some kind of nice font to it, maybe Badi or Arohini, and bold 74%. Value impact. And just change the link for the 12 to 13 and this to 14. So whenever you change the link of any text box, it's formatting reset to the base formatting. So what you can do, you can select any formatted text box, click in this format painter, and then same again, repeat the thing, retain the formatting. Last thing remains is just group all of these so that it is easy for you to move. And now you can simply put it next to each other. And I'm just gonna put it and select all three of them, go to shape format and align. So I will say align in the middle, so they will be in the same level, and distribute horizontally equal. So now they are distributed equally and done. And use the text boxes to put any kind of header if you want to put. So now the nice simple looking pie chart is nice stopwatch kind of a chart. So you can use these to showcase your data as and when you feel. Now moving next to the infographical bar chart. So in this, what we are going to cover, we will show this particular top third chart which we are seeing. So rather than having a normal bar chart, we'll see how we can showcase our data into this kind of tubes here. So for that, I have week-wise attendance for a process of company, and every week, what was the attendance percentage, how many people attended, or maybe the training session wise or anything like that. So you have this data. So create that kind of, so if I'll go right now and I'll create any kind of chart, so I'll go ahead and I'll say 2D or maybe 3D bar max to max, I'll get something like this. And I can use some of the formats, predefined format, and they will look like this. But then we will take a step further and we will see how we can design these charts and make it much more interactive and visually appealing. For that, I will add few columns. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys this one. I will add few additional column here. First one will be blank. Blank means 100% minus this. So whatever the pending. So these two together will be 100%. Third, I will say, let's say bottom and top. For bottom, I'm gonna take specifically 20%. And top, I'm going to take 5%. I'll tell you why I have taken this 20 and 5 standard. I'll explain you that, but as of now, just consider it this. So this is the three things I'm going to add. Now what I will do, I'll select this data. I'll go to insert and I will insert one 3D 100% step column chart, which is third chart in the 3D column list. Okay. Now I'm going to remove all the extra things. I don't need grid line. I don't need legend. I don't need chart titles, and I also don't need axis. Now I've got this. Sorry, axis, I need only horizontal axis. Now next thing is we will go here and format chart type. We will say that I don't okay. So as of now, rest looking, everything is okay. All I have to do is I'll select a bar. I will go to the series option. In this, I can select gap width 0. So I'll utilize the entire chart area. And also I can this gap width I can increase to make it look a little bit bigger. So maybe I'll keep it 130 or maybe I'll keep it 140 based on total your requirement, how you want to do it. So now what is happening if I click yellow one? This is the top 5%, each one is same. Bottom is 20%, each one is same. Then this one is blank area, the orange one, and the blue one is the attendance percentage. So I'll have to change the order. I have to reshuffle the order to make it more sensible. So for that, I'll go to select data and this is the order, whatever order it is, it's going to display in there. So first of all, what we are saying is we need top. Okay, bottom, I'm going to take the bottom to the top. Okay, so now when the bottom here it is top, which is starting from this, the gray color boxes, they will be here at the bottom. Then after that, I need the attendance, then blank, then top. Yeah, perfect. Now this is my order. So this blank, this is bottom, this blue is attendance, this orange is blank, this is top. So all is pending is some kind of color corrections, color blending. So now we will do the color blending in this. So first of all, I'll select this bottom. I'll go here, fill, and I'm gonna use this gray color. Okay, maybe this white. I think gray should be better. Okay. Second, the top. On the top, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select this gray color. And here you have more options like 3D format. So you can select this 3D format of material. You can choose the material like this. And like this is looking very cool, sharp edge. Maybe this. So all just totally on your R&D, what material you're liking, what you're feeling like it is looking good as per your need. Go ahead with it. Next is I'm gonna go ahead on this orange part. So this orange part is important. This is the blank. This should look like a empty glass tube or something like that. So for that, simply go to solid color, use this white fill, and it is the transparency little bit. And you do that, they look like a tubes. Overall chart, I will remove no fill and no line. I don't need any fill. I don't need any line. Or maybe I'll keep it as of now. Just totally choice. And rounded corner. Till here we have done it. I'm just gonna give this chart a little border, solid line, 2, and then double line. Last thing pending is giving the color. So I'm gonna use this color set. I have this 5 color set. Select this bar and double click it to select only this particular data point in the series. Go to more colors and done. Second one, repeat the same step. Done. Third, repeat the same step. Fourth, and last fifth. Last thing is I'm gonna select this label. I'll go right click and add data label. When I'll do that, I get these data label, but it's only 20% because the entire series value is 20% each. So first I'll go ahead and I'll go to right click format data label. And this it shows you have option to show value. And if I uncheck it, everything is gone. But add data label. Instead of value, what you can show here is you can also show value from cell. So I click on this and I will select this range and I'll say OK. And then I'll uncheck value and now it will show me 34, 81, 56, 17, 31. And I'm simply gonna go ahead and change the font maybe to impact, increase the font size. Done. And now my simple looking bar chart is converted and they're looking very fancier. And this is how you can represent this normal looking data into a very much appealing, visually interactive charts. Next, last chart for the day is modern spiral chart. So this is one of my favorite chart actually. It gives a very good presentation of data. So very unique way we show the data. So I have here my team members and that's a target met percent, their monthly target, how much sales target they have met, and then I want to show it. So rather than showing it in the bar chart or maybe in the pie chart, I will use something else and I will show the data in a different way. So once again, one blank column I'm going to add 1 minus, so it will give me the remaining values. And using this, I'm going to draw a donut chart. So I'll click on the donut chart and right now you see I have only two bars here. I have only two circles. One circle is for target met, second circle is for blank. So I don't want in this way. I want the each circle for each team member. So again, I'll go ahead in the chart design. I'll use switch row and column. And now I have 5 where blue is target met and orange is blank. I'm going to remove all the additional thing. I don't need chart type and I don't need this thing. I'll go format chart area, no fill, no line. I'm gonna keep it as it is in the side. I'll just go ahead and design one shape here like this to create a nice card placeholder which you can put it in your dashboard. Why this is important? Because when on the fourth session of this series, we will cover the dashboard designing, how you can design the dashboard from raw data from the basic file. These things will come in handy. These how you can create placeholder to place it in dashboards, and that is how you can create charts and apply on your dashboards. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'll say same thing we are going to do. Double line, solid fill, white color. Perfect. And now I'm going to take my chart back. So bring to front so that it is always on the top. Put it here. Until now it is looking only normal chart. Now we'll start doing modifications. First of all, I'll select any bar here and I'll go here, format data series, go to the last, and then donut hole size. So I'm going to reduce this number. So we will keep it as in 15. Okay, so when do it, we have a nice big circles, clearly visible, nice looking. Then this blue is my target met percentage and this orange is blank. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start removing the orange. So I'll select this and then again click and I'll say no fill. Then I will select this, click again on the orange, no fill. Same thing I'm gonna remove from each square and done. So once I did that, that is what I got here. Now I'm gonna assign some color. So I have used these shades of the color. I'm gonna assign these colors here. So let's see. I'm gonna copy one color, select one, and then simply apply first color. Second, I'm gonna repeat the same process for each and everything. and the last one. So this is what I've got. Now what I will do is I'll go ahead, insert, and then in the shape, I'll select one simple line and I will draw a straight line. So to draw a straight line, what you can do is you can just go to insert and click on the line and press shift and then draw a line. So it will always be a straight line. It will not be a bended or a rotated line. So I'm going to take this line. I'll choose the width 5, 15. Oops, sorry. I'll choose the width 5 and then I'll go to format shape and I'll say my solid line width is 15. So when I'll select 15, you see now this is matching with my this. Maybe I'll use 16. So that is something you'll have to choose based on your size, what you're picking. So 16 is something is matching right now with my width, and I'm gonna use this and copy. Don't have to be very perfect in matching them because I'm anyhow use alignment tool to align them. I only have to take care of matching first and the last one. And then I will select all 5 of these. Align towards flat and distribute vertically. Perfect. We will repeat the same thing. We will give the same color as this chart to all of this. So first one start with this dark, second one start with this on third, fourth one on fourth, and fifth one on fifth. So now this is the chart I've got. I'll go to text box, insert. I'll create one text box. I don't need fill or I don't need line, and I will select the text box. I'll say equal to. So instead of this, I'll take another take another column. I'll create another column. In this, what I will do, I'll combine the percent and the name. So I will say text percent name. So this is what I got. So I got percent and then separator and then their name. So where is the toolbox, which text box which we created? Yeah, it's here. I'll go ahead equal to, and I'll select this first. Done. Align it to center. Bring it here. And maybe some nice white color, increase font. And then I'm going to copy this again. I'll not be very precise with the alignment. I'll use the alignment tool to align them perfectly. Shape format, align towards the left and distribute vertically. All I have to do is I have to now change their links to 12 to 13, 13, 14, and then and once again I'm going to use the format painter to give the same formatting, and last one I'll again use one text box, no fill, no line, and in this I will type manually my percent content path. Now you can give any color of and then align it here. Perfect. And then just gonna reduce this block. And now you have got one placeholder where simply your target met percent, and this is how you can show actually in a very interactive manner this modern spiral chart, which looks very good, very infographical. So that's how you can do it. I think we have got 10 more minutes, so we can cover the last chart, which is a gender chart, and very easy to make, nothing big, nothing rocket science in this. I have this male and female percent, and like out of my overall staffing, how much male I have, how much female I have. So what I will do is I'll use one support column in this. I'll put 100 for the support and say out of 100, 40% is male, out of 100, 56% is female. And then I will use this. I'll go ahead insert and I will use normal bar chart. As of now, all both the full are together and both the half, both the completed are together, which is not the way we want. So we will switch one column. So like now in male, I have one full, in female, I have one full, in male, I have one field, female, I have one field. I'll remove any additional things. I don't need axis. I don't need chart type, grid line or legend. Axis wise, I need horizontal male female axis. I'm gonna increase the width little bit. And then we will again use the concept of overlapping. But before that, what we will do here is we will go to insert and then we will have option of icon. So if you don't have the updated version of Excel, you won't be able to see this icon option. So you can simply download it on the Google. And here I will use the icon. So I'll use mail and I'm gonna use this. And then I will use female and I will use this. I'll insert both of them and I've got this. So just increase the size, put it side by side. Now for male, I want to use this color. So I will give it, go to graphic and graphic fill. And I'll use same way I will repeat this. I'll use this color code here. I'll select, go to and go to standard customer and customer in the custom, just put this HTML color code. Now I'm just gonna copy both of this again. And now I've got this again, one more set. And this time I will use one common color for both of them. And that common color will be this light gray. Okay. Now I will take this female full in the gray color. I'll select this particular bar and I'll say Control C on the icon. And on this bar, I will say Control V. Same thing, I'm gonna take this full male and in the male, the full bar, I'm gonna Control V. Now I don't need both of these. And this time this male blue color, I will use in the male, which is half or coverage percentage. Same, I'll take this female and in this I'll say Control V. I don't need this icon anymore now. Now what will happen is right now if you can see random formula, when I'm changing, these two are changing, but it's not looking the way what we want. So what I will do is first of all I'll select this ones and here is one option. When you select this entire series you will not be able to see the option, but when you see one in single point in the series, so let's say I've selected male, I've got this stretch, stack and scale width. So we will select this stack and scale width. Same with this, we will select stack and scale width. And now what we will do is we'll select this bar, we will go to the last bar option and then we will overlap them and gap width we will reduce. And once we'll do that, now this gray area is actually coming on the top, so you are not able to see it. So for that we will have to change the order of the column. So for that we will go to select data, we will put the staff below and full top. And now you see when the values are changing, it is very nice display. So here again you can say no fill, no border, and you can use this, and you also can remove the axis. And then simply you can use this chart anywhere. Like for example, I want to create a tile where I'll say shape. No line, and I'll also give shadow. and simply use text box. Text box. I'm gonna link it to 49%. I'll copy it. Let me just remove the to both of them, give the color same. Like this, you can just simply add it and allow me a moment and group, and then yeah. And you can add title bar or anything like that using text box, and simply now you have got a fancy gender wise chart. You can use it for all other kind of shape and object. You can just create it, and instead of using this male female icon, you have so many options here which you can choose, and you can select the icon from. If you have a valid internet connection, then there are a lot of options. You can just select it and you can use that to fill it. The number, whether this beer glass, whether this anything, chart boxing, effort estimation, you can use this to show the effort percentage. Everything you can, a lot of options you can choose it. So that's it about today's session. We actually managed to cover all the charts within the time limit, and we will have some more time to see the question answers if we have any. And these are before jumping and moving to the question answer round, these are the basic charts we have covered. But if you want to go to some more advanced charts, I have already covered that in my YouTube channel, so you can search it on the name of CtoB Solutions. And this I have already covered some more advanced chart, and let me show you quickly. Yeah, you can go ahead and watch this video, yeah, where we have covered this ultimate modern charts. So we try to cover somewhere around 11 charts in this, and all these you can go and see, learn and practice, and you can use this in your dashboard designing. It will be very handy for you. This will be very handy for you when you will work and practice on your dashboard designing. So all this gauge chart, piston chart, progress, bottle, infographic, designer, waffle, dependent, spotlight and sparkline charts. All this I have covered in my YouTube channel. So you can go and see this video there. So it will be helpful for the fourth session when we will actually make some dashboards using the charts and infographics. So that's all for today's session. Thank you so much, guys. So now we can check. Rashmit,